Hey, what's up everyone? This is TheKillerNacho yet again, and I have another battle for you again. This time with Septimus, who is a consistent stream viewer, and we battled quite a few times on YouTube in the past. But he is always an interesting challenge, and once again, bringing that Galvantula. If you guys remember previous battles, he loves to try to set that up, so gonna have to try to stop it. Although he is bringing a pretty interesting team. This time, it looks like he's going with a rain team, which is always interesting. So I lead with my Magnezone, and I'm just going to go for the Hidden Power Fire to get damage on the Galvantula. I know he's probably just going to stay in and go for the Sticky Web, so this is my chance to get some decent damage on it, and yeah, he ends up doing that. So I do end up getting some pretty good damage. Now, I am going to stay in and try to go for the 2-hit KO. It's actually fortunate for me that he goes into another Pokemon that is actually weak to with the Hidden Power Fire. Of course, the Shaman is quite a bit bulkier, however, and will not easily be 2-hit KO'd by it. So I'm going to switch out, not wanting to really see what this thing has in store. These things can and do often carry Earth Power, so I go out into my Talonflame knowing I can take that Seed Flare or an Earth Power very nicely. And as you can see, that does nothing at all because of my X4 resistance, so there you go. Now, I know he's probably going to switch. There's no reason to stay in, so I'm just going to go for the U-turn to see what he's going to try to go into. I know that he has resistances to flying and fire in his team, so didn't really want to lock myself into one of those moves. This is a choice band Talonflame, so yeah, I'm just going to go for that as he goes into Politoed, a cute little adorable Politoed, to set up the rain as I go out into my Tentacruel. And yeah, I do that because I really do want to get rid of this Sticky Web. It's going to be a real nuisance if I don't do it, so that's what I decide to do. Now he goes into Manaphy, which obviously is an absolute terror in the rain, but I'm kind of thinking that Tentacruel, with its decent special defense, not to mention its water-type resistance, should be able to maybe, hopefully, wall this thing out. Now he's going to go for the Tail Glow, which makes this thing super scary. Another thing about this Tentacruel is I do have the Rain Dish on it. I think this Tentacruel is actually made for a rain team, so kind of fortunate for me that I brought this one and not my other one, which has the Liquid Ooze ability. Now, as you can see, I actually take less than half after a Tail Glow from that Scald, so that's pretty darn nice. I did get off my Acid Spray to a lower special defense, so we both are kind of weak to special moves at this point. But as you can see, my Sludge Bomb is doing a little bit more damage than he is doing with Scald, so that's pretty nice for me. And yeah, that's just really cool. So he's going to continue going for the Scald as I just continue going for the Sludge Bomb. Even though I get the Poison, obviously, it's not going to stay up because of Hydration, which is kind of ridiculous on Manaphy. But yeah. Now, with Rain Dish and my, what's my item? It's not Leftovers, but you know what it is. It's the Black Sludge. I'm getting, what is it? A 1/8 recovery a turn, so that should allow me to be pretty bulky. I'm just going to go for it again. I really don't have anything else on my team that can switch into a Scald, so at this point I was actually kind of thinking about sacking my Tentacruel. But as you can see, he decides not to finish me off this turn, instead vying to go for the rest to heal himself. Which is an interesting play, but it does allow my Tentacruel to heal just enough, I think, to take another Scald, so he probably should have finished me off right there. I think it would have the turn before, but yeah, he is going to switch out now, realizing that he probably can't kill me with a Scald at this point, so he goes out into Metagross because he knows he's immune to Sludge Bomb, and yeah, it's a pretty good play because it's pretty safe. He knew I was going to go for the Sludge Bomb there, so yeah, I'm just kind of repeating myself now. I am going to switch out. I do not want to take an Earthquake from this. This is almost certainly his Mega Evolution, looking at his team beforehand. So, yeah, he's going to Mega Evolve, and I don't know what set it is, obviously. And I know it's either going to Zen Headbutt or Earthquake. I'm hoping for the Earthquake, but no, he goes for the stabbed Zen Headbutt, which is the better play. And it also hits Gliscor neutrally. But at least I get my Toxicorp up, which will give me good recovery. And I'm going to set up my Stealth Rocks now because I know that he has a few Pokemon on his team that are weak to Stealth Rocks, 2 of them, in fact, so I am going to do that because, yeah, it's just a good thing to set up, especially when your opponent is kind of weak to it. He goes back into Politoed to set back up his Rain, which is a good play for him because his team really does benefit from it. But, yeah, I'm going to switch out into my Tentacruel now, expecting a switch back into Manaphy. But instead, he ends up predicting it, I guess, and going into Galvantula, which is an excellent play. There's nothing really in my team other than Gliscor, but I don't really want to risk Gliscor coming in. He might just try to go for the Sticky Web again, which is kind of what I decided he was probably going to do. But he ends up making the better play and just going for the Thunder. So that's a pretty good play for him because that is going to be able to take out Tentacruel. So Oh well, probably should have predicted that and switch out into Gliscor, but I just didn't want to give this guy another sticky web. Oh well, at the very least I can revenge kill Galvantula before it gets it up. I did lose my Rapid Spinner, however, due to the fact he can't switch in again due to my Stealth Rocks, I know that he is basically dead and he's prone to revenge kill, so that's what I do. I go into Choice Scarf Magnezone to finish it off. So he goes into Shaman against it, and I am locked into Thunderbolt, and he knows it, so he's just going to go for the Psychic, predicting my Talonflame, and that is a good play because in it comes. And here I think I just go... What do I go for? I just go for the Brave Bird to kill the Shaman, so that was pretty cool. I guess he was thinking I would Urban Predict, and it is not the case, and I'm able to take out this thing, which is pretty nice for me. Although now he does know that I am locked into Brave Bird, so he's going to go out into Metagross for the resistance, and I really can't do much to him, so I am going to switch out myself. Now, he doesn't have Stealth Rocks up, so I feel kind of okay just switching out Talonflame. I don't think he has a Pokemon to set them up at this point, so that's pretty cool. He goes for the Zen Headbutt, and as you can see, it does a ton to Gliscor. And then he switches up to the Iron Head, hoping to finish me off, and Gliscor lives! And I was like, oh yeah, Gliscor, you physical tank of bulk. You delicious, delicious, bulky thing, you. And that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna heat my poison, I guess, and that's delicious. And then this happens. He gets an Iron Head, and then he gets a crit, and then he gets a flinch. So all in all, a pretty nice thing for him. I think I would have been able to live if he just crit. I think I would have been able to live if he just flinched me. But that's not the case, and, yeah, Gliscor goes down, and I was pretty salty about that, to be honest. Now, I go for the, I think, I was hoping that he would stay in, thinking I would overpredict again, so I go for the Flare Blitz, but he makes a better play, just goes out into Politoed, which is not going to take very much from the Flare Blitz at all, especially because he gets the Rain Dance up. And, yeah, that's an overall good play for him. I do have to switch because, obviously, I will not be KOing that Politoed anytime soon. So I do switch out, and I go out into my Magnezone again, because I'm pretty sure I can take a Scald, at least one of them, even if it's in the rain, and, yeah, I do take one of them, but not terrifically. Either way, I do get to go for a Choice Scarf Thunderbolt. I know that he doesn't have a Pokemon that can take it at this point anymore. Even this Metagross will take some decent damage from the Thunderbolt. In fact, I decide to stay and just go for it to get damage on the thing. And as you can see, it does a little under half, but it puts him under half, as he just goes for the Hammer Arm, and that's going to kill me. Now, I am deathly afraid of the Bullet Punch. I don't know if he carries it, but that's the reason I didn't go into Alakazam earlier against this thing, because these things almost always seem to carry Bullet Punch. But after seeing Hammer Arm, I'm like, okay, I know 3 of his moves. Maybe he doesn't carry it, so I go into Alakazam, and I do that so I can Mega Evolve and then try to kill him with a Shadow Ball, hoping to God he doesn't have a, you know, the Bullet Punch, and it doesn't look like he does, because he does switch out. I think he would have stayed in and taken that damage if that was if he wasn't the case, but it ends up working out for him because he goes out into his normal type, this Staraptor, which obviously is immune to Shadow Ball, and I don't want to stay in because from what I remember, battling this Staraptor in the past, it's a Choice Bander with Quick Attack, so it's pretty darn dangerous and can do a ton of damage to my Alakazam, being that Alakazam is basically made of paper. Not even paper mache, it's just paper. Plain old paper. So that's why I was really afraid of the, you know, the priority moves against it. Regardless, I go back into my last Pokemon, Porygon Z. He U-turns out and goes into Manaphy, which obviously will be taken out, doing a Thunderbolt. And, yeah, he's going to go out into this thing now. Doesn't have the Bullet Punch, as you can see. I assume at this point he just doesn't have it. And he just goes for the Iron Head to finish me off. So, unfortunately, my Choice Specs Porygon Z wasn't able to quite do it. But it does put this thing into a nearly dead mode, and I'm just going to go back to Alakazam, confident yet again that he doesn't have the Bullet Punch. I'm just going to go for the Psychic, just in case he wants to switch out into Staraptor. It is stabbed, but obviously X4 resisted by Metagross, but at that HP I was thinking it would KO, and it does, which is excellent for me. His last Pokemon is Staraptor, and I'm just going to go for the Psychic. I know he's going to probably get off the Quick Attack. It ends up doing a little over half, so that's pretty cool. Even if he did kill me or something, I still had my Talonflame, which would have outsped a Choice Band Staraptor, obviously, due to my better speed, and I would have gotten the priority Brave Bird on him for the finisher. So that was a really good game, though, Septimus. Definitely was looking to get a battle where this hyper offense team can shine. I had to make a few changes to it it was really hurt by priority moves, and it even still probably is. Thus, today's question today is, what is your favorite priority move in the game? Obviously, Extreme Speed is probably the strongest, not to mention it is at +2 power, but there are several others, and a lot of the other ones have the benefit of being typed. Bullet Punch is obviously a very good one, especially with Pokemon with Technician, aka Scizor, and it probably is my favorite overall priority move. Although I also kind of fancy Sucker Punch, because it's, one of those special. It has like a prediction aspect to it, but it's definitely, I think, the most powerful priority move. We'll leave a comment about that, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Later.